Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. All right, let's see what we got for you right now. If you like Japanese pickups, check. If you like Japanese pickups that are and they were super reliable, and I say are because a lot of them are still on the road. Maybe not in certain parts of the world, but I'm sure in some countries they still use these cars as an everyday workhorse. Well, let's see what we got for you right now. We have a resin model made by High Story, just before I forget, and it's a 143 scale, 1985 Nissan Datsun four-wheel drive double cab AD. Now, let's see. Why is it called Nissan Datsun? Because this 1984 1985 was the transition era from Datsun to Nissan. Now, as I was reading before, because I wanted to make sure, was it Datsun or was it Nissan? I was a little like in the middle, and I wasn't sure what to say. But then I was reading a little bit, and in Japan, this model was still called Nissan Datsun. They put both names. They kept both names in the same brand. So that's how it's going to be because this is a Japanese model. And let's see. This model right here, they started making it in 1985, all the way down to depends on what part of the world because they got different models from different parts of the world. But let's say, in example, the latest market was Mexico and it was built until 2008. So that was quite an extensive. Obviously, they've refreshed the model here and there, but this is a very early generation, which is 1985. It was considered a compact pickup, a two-door, and it had a two-door king cab, which is basically the one that you're looking at right now, the king cab. All right, engine-wise, they got so many different engines. I'm gonna mention them real quick because it depends on the market too. You had a 1.6, a 1.8, 2.0, 2.4, and that's a four cylinders. Then you have a 3.0 six cylinder. Then diesel engines 2.3, 2.6, 2.7. I'm sorry, 2.3, 2.5, 2.7. And in for the Chinese market, they had a 2.2. So that's a lot of the different options. Again, they want to make sure they please all the markets, not just specific ones. Some markets they like the V6, probably like North America. Some markets they want to keep it simple because you don't want to. A lot of these cars that were used as work, like as for work, and you don't want to have a big engine with, carrying and wasting a lot of gasoline. Transmission wise, you have a 3 and a 4 speed automatic or a 4 and a 5 speed manual. You had the best of both worlds. Best of both worlds. I love how all this very 80s. This is typical back in the 80s. All these decals around 4x4, the stripes with different colors, the white wall wheels, not wall, the white wheels all together, the rims all white. I never liked the white rims. I never liked them. I don't know. It was just not. I mean, when I see them, I don't like them. And not just Nissan. Not just Nissan did it. Subaru had them also. So a few brands they did the white rims, and I just found them ridiculous because you could see the dirt from 3 miles away. You're driving on the road with mud, with dirt, with water, with snow, and depends on what part of the world you're in. It's just ridiculous. I don't know who came up with that choice. I guess that's my option again. Not everyone thinks the same, and it's okay. We're like I said in other videos, we're not robots. We don't have to agree. We can agree to disagree. All right, guys. I'm gonna let it go around a few times, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. One thing I remember when I saw this car back in the days, I said, "Whoa, it looks like a Toyota pickup." I don't know why, but Toyota and Nissan for a while they kind of looked like each other in the pickup departments. They needed to be a little bit more creative. Then I noticed Nissan separated a little bit, but I was not too fond of that looks because it really gave me similar looks to the Toyota pickup. Now, another thing, this if you want to know if this car was popular, let me just go briefly through all the assembly lines this car was built around the world. I'll just gonna be real quick because there's like about 10 of them. You had in Japan, in the US, in Greece, in Mexico, in China, in Thailand, in the Philippines, in New Zealand, and in South Africa. So let me tell you, you can see this car was sold all around the world, from Africa to Europe to North America to Asia and in New Zealand. So you can ask for more. That's everywhere. I guess these cars were the ones, these cars were reliable, were rugged for some third world countries, are the best type of cars to own. All right, guys. Don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up. I really, really appreciate. Thank you all your support. Thank you for, you know, sharing your thoughts with me. I appreciate that. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think about these vehicles. Do you remember them? Have you ever drove one of these or own one of these? Do you still see them around? Maybe some of you have taken care of them and you still show them like in a, because nowadays they're classics. They're over almost 40 years old. So they're definitely a classic. And some of you are taking care of it and they want to keep them around. All right, everyone. Don't forget to click and subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button. That will remind you when I post more videos. And take care of yourselves more than ever. And goodbye.